Oh yeah, reason I don't have any tattoos is 2 reasons. Aw, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're hyped. 2 reasons. 1, I paused the donation so I can tell a story. Number 1, I'm absolutely terrified of needles. Okay? Terrified of needles. Okay? Like, I don't think you understand. You know what? Alright, I'm gonna tell an embarrassing Badboyhalo story. Just this once, chat. Just this once. This is the only embarrassing Badboyhalo story you'll ever hear me tell, okay? I'm really afraid of needles unless I'm physically ill or in like severe pain, right? Like, cause then the doctor's like, hey, I have to give you this shot. Otherwise, like, we can't figure out what's wrong with you. Then I'm like, great, go ahead. And I like, at that point, like, I don't care. But I tell you a story. Back when I was growing up, okay, I had a tetanus shot, which you're supposed to get those every 10 years or 8 to 10 years, somewhere around there. So had to go to the doctor, tetanus shot scheduled again, show up to go to the doctor, going in, I'm super nervous, right? And here's the thing, the entire time I'm like hoping like, no, they won't say I need a tetanus shot, whatever. Like they'll say like, oh no, you don't need it this time, right? No, little do I know, I needed the tetanus shot. So they're like, okay, well, you're a bit behind on your tetanus shots, so we're gonna have to give you a tetanus shot. And I'm like, oh, great. Like, oh, I'm so excited. Yay. Obviously, I wasn't, right? But the point was, I had to get it. So I literally, the lady comes in, she's got the needle, right? And I'm just like looking at her. And I'm just like, and I'm tensing up. And I'm not even kidding. I was so afraid that like tears were coming down my eyes. That's how terrified I was. And I was like, oh no! Like, I hate shots. I don't know what it is about it. But shots just really freak me out. Is anyone else like that? So, but I will power through it. And this is what she told me. She said, oh, you're afraid of shots. And I'm like, yes, I am. Right? And she's like, oh, okay, I understand. Like, and I looked away, right? Like, I looked away, looked at the wall, looked at anything else, like, squeezed my eyes shut. I was like, no shots for Badboyhalo. Look away. And she told me this story. No, you're fine. Thank you, soccer player. Hi, soccer player. She told me this. She goes, hey, literally yesterday, I had this big quarterback in here. And he was,
lower step today?
Maybe. I'll keep you guys posted, but probably not, at least at the beginning. But she told me this. She said, the other day, I had a big, like, quarterback, like, professional football player in here. And he was so afraid, he was crying and, like, hiding under the desk. Right? And, like, that made me feel a lot better when she told me that. Because I was like, hey, if somebody who's, like, big and tough and, like, you know, gets tackled by giant people is afraid of them, like, you know, why should I worry about it? So it helped me a little bit. I felt a lot better, and it eased my, you know, anxiousness a little bit. Thank you, TBB, for the dono. But anyway, so that's the point. I was still afraid. I was tearing up, and I got the shot, and I was like, that wasn't so bad. You know, I'm always brave after it. So anyway, but yeah, not a big fan of shots. So any like time I can avoid a shot, put it off. Now that being said, I'm like all caught up in my shots. I think the next shot I need to get, I don't know when it is, but it's hopefully won't be for a while. You obviously have to renew like tetanus shots every like 10 years or whatever. So I'll have to do that. That's like the one you like always have to look forward to. Love your streams. They always make me, and always like whenever I have to go get like blood drawn for testing. Oh, that is the. Oh, I don't even. Never mind. I'm moving on from this subject. I can't even talk about it. Hi, Michaela. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about something else. But, aw, thank you. Hi, Michaela. Thank you, by the way. But, aw, thank you, Brayden. So the reason why I don't get shots is twofold. 1, I don't like needles. 2, I do not feel like I would pick a good tattoo, right? So oftentimes, like I'll give you a great example, right? There have been times where like I really liked a certain band or really liked a certain show, and it was like something that was like all encompassing, like I watched it like all the time or something like that, like, or a book series I read, and I was like, man, it'd be so cool to get that as a tattoo, and like, or something like that, and that'd be so neat.
Thank you for bringing so much positivity and that you
Oh,
are a king.
oh, phew. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. And so I always thought like something like that would be really cool. Oh, yeah, no, that was really scary. No, I know exactly what you're saying. So I always thought it'd be cool to do a tattoo, but then I was always glad that like I never got one, because inevitably like some of those things that I was interested, I wasn't like as interested in down the line. And so like if I had gotten a tattoo, if I ever was to get a tattoo, I would want it to be of something that really carried a lot of meaning, right? And like something that I know like I would be like comfortable with like for the rest of my life. I mean, you can't get rid of them,